Compared with finding aliens, the truly terrifying possibility may be that there are no aliens at all, because that would mean that in the entire 13.8 billion year evolution of the universe, only one intelligent civilization was ever born, us. And yet we are destroying ourselves at an astonishing speed. This frightening idea comes from the Italian physicist Enrico Fermi. He once asked a simple yet deadly question: if aliens really exist, then where is everybody? This is the famous Fermi Paradox. And the answer may be even more horrifying than the question itself. The Milky Way has existed for tens of billions of years. Even if interstellar travel were slow and extremely difficult, such a vast amount of time should have been enough for a civilization to explore and colonize the entire galaxy. But reality is this: we have found no evidence at all for the existence of extraterrestrial civilizations. There are hundreds of proposed explanations for the Fermi Paradox, but today we'll talk about 3 of the most compelling possibilities. The first possibility, the dark forest hypothesis. A civilization that is a million years more advanced than us should have left traces in space long ago, and we should be able to see them. But what if they are deliberately hiding, trying not to be discovered? That sounds terrifying, doesn't it? Why would they hide? Are humans really that dangerous? The dark forest theory argues that they hide in order to survive. Just look at Earth's own history. Civilizational expansion and colonization have never been peaceful games. They are always accompanied by weapons and war. Alien civilizations may have evolved very differently from us, but many philosophers and scientists believe that some basic principles are universal across the cosmos, such as self-preservation and the desire to secure resources. These factors give humanity reason to believe that the cosmic ocean of civilizations may not be friendly at all. So if other civilizations in the Milky Way have reached the same conclusion, they may have chosen to hide, avoiding the risk of revealing their location to potentially dangerous passing civilizations. At this point, you're probably thinking, shouldn't we hide as well? Humanity has been leaking radio signals into space for nearly a century now. That means any civilization within about 100 light-years of Earth, as long as they are listening, could easily locate our blue planet. Fortunately, radio signals themselves aren't too worrying. They are relatively weak and fade with distance. What truly deserves reflection is this: should we continue expanding our presence beyond Earth? In the not-too-distant future, humanity will take its first real step off our home planet, building permanent bases on the Moon, and then turning our eyes toward Mars. If this pattern continues, we will almost certainly keep expanding, first across the solar system, then perhaps into nearby star systems, and in doing so, we may draw trouble upon ourselves, simply by being too visible. Of course, all of this reasoning is based on a human perspective. These psychological conclusions may merely be products of our own recent history, from hunter-gatherers to civilizations shaped by war and suffering. Perhaps for a civilization to become truly advanced, it must evolve to be more peaceful, ensuring survival by avoiding conflict. Maybe the silence of the universe itself is a signal, hinting at how civilizations can avoid extinction. That explanation is already frightening enough, but it's not the most terrifying one. The second possibility offers an even darker answer. In this vast universe, we humans may be truly alone. Life may have appeared only once in the entire history of the universe, right here on Earth. Life on Earth began about 3.8 billion years ago, but for nearly 3 billion years, life remained nothing more than single cells. That was it. Eukaryotic cells, the complex cells that make plants, animals, you, and me possible, evolved only once in the entire 3.8 billion year history of life on Earth. Now think again about all the events in the universe capable of wiping out an entire planet: gamma-ray bursts, asteroid impacts, planetary collisions, black holes, geomagnetic storms. The list of extinction threats is terrifyingly long. From this perspective, perhaps some kind of great filter truly exists, blocking the development of intelligent life across the cosmos. And perhaps we are the only life that managed to pass through that barrier. That barrier could be biological, such as the emergence of eukaryotic cells, or it could be technological, such as the discovery of fire, or the splitting of the atom. Science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke once said, "Either we are alone in the universe, or we are not. Both possibilities are equally terrifying." That statement is painfully accurate. If we truly are the only life in the universe, just imagine the weight of that reality. After nearly 14 billion years of cosmic evolution, life finally emerges on a single planet, only to begin destroying that planet, driving species to extinction at record-breaking speeds. Under this assumption, the entire burden of the universe rests on our shoulders. If this is true, then our solitary existence in the Milky Way is itself proof enough. Otherwise, before reaching this point in evolution, we would have been wiped out long ago by more advanced forms of life. This argument is elegant and carries some empirical weight, yet it somehow feels incomplete. The third possibility: our search methods are wrong. This is both the most likely and the most misunderstood answer. Our methods are outdated and deeply human-centric. We have been searching for extraterrestrial life by looking for civilizations similar to our own. Projects like SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, rely almost entirely on detecting radio signals from nearby star systems, but this approach makes little sense. Human technology itself is already shifting from radio communication to lasers and fiber optics, and it's taken us less than a century to do so. Alien civilizations could very well undergo the same transition just as quickly. That means in the entire lifespan of a civilization, there may be only a very brief window during which it can be detected via radio waves. Advanced civilizations may have existed for hundreds of millions, or even billions of years. Do we really expect them to still be using radio communication? That's essentially like shouting randomly into the universe and hoping someone hears us, and then hoping they shout back. So what can we do instead? If we truly want to assess whether aliens exist in the Milky Way, we need to adjust our search strategies. We should look for biological and technological signatures that civilizations inevitably leave behind. There are many such signatures, and humanity has already begun searching for them. For example, biosignatures. Life on Earth evolved because of abundant liquid water and oxygen. When starlight passes through the atmosphere of an exoplanet, we can detect spectral features that reveal its chemical composition. Oxygen, methane, carbon dioxide. These are strong indicators of life, but they could also be produced by simple single-celled organisms. If we want evidence of intelligent life, we should search for pollutants produced by industrialization and climate change, such as chlorofluorocarbons. Finding such substances on an exoplanet would be a powerful technosignature, strong evidence of intelligent life. But perhaps technosignatures wouldn't be subtle at all, they might even be intentional. One speculative possibility is that advanced civilizations use the structure of spacetime itself to communicate across vast distances. Astronomers have suggested that sufficiently advanced civilizations could use dense objects like black holes or neutron stars to generate gravitational wave patterns that propagate across the universe. Such civilizations might encode information in these waves. Humanity has already begun detecting gravitational waves, but so far we've found no sign of embedded messages. Another possibility is that alien civilizations unintentionally communicate with us through Dyson spheres, hypothetical megastructures built to capture the energy output of an entire star. By observing stars that dim and brighten in unusual ways, we might detect signs of such structures. Intelligent civilizations could even manipulate these satellites' orbits, using timing patterns to broadcast unmistakable signals of their existence and technological superiority. When Fermi asked his famous question in 1950, he could not have imagined that 70 years later, humanity would still be searching for the answer. But perhaps the answer itself isn't what truly matters. What matters is that the question forces us to realize just how vast the universe is, how fragile life may be, and how improbable our existence truly is. Whether aliens are hiding, do not exist at all, or we simply haven't learned how to look for them properly. One thing is certain: in a universe that may be filled with life, or completely empty, we are writing humanity's story, and that story has only just begun.